sound on YouTube. Alright, so sounds like we're all good here. Let me see. There you go. Okay. I think 6 was better, no lie. It's the echo for me, y'all. Alright, so we're gonna check, see if anyone in the Discord chat wants to join. If you are watching us live right now and you want to strengthen your intuition, your spiritual discernment, right to your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, by playing with us tonight, you can join the Discord server, okay? Link in bio, just like the banner says on the screen. I'm going to be turning on the TikTok live soon here. Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? If you would like to play with us tonight, just go ahead and go to the link in my bio, join the Discord server, and go ahead and play with us to strengthen your intuition and strengthen your spiritual discernment, okay? We will be getting soon. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. I want to know. I want to know how y'all doing, how y'all feeling. All right, how the energy's treating you. Okay. Tonight we're having conscious game night. I'm just trying to get this stuff ready. Give me 1 second. But how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Let me know how the energies are treating you guys. Okay, because you know, you gotta pay attention to those moon cycles, alright? We'll be getting started soon. I promise. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling down in the chat. Okay, I'm not just asking to ask, alrighty. I really do want to know how you're doing, how you're feeling. Alrighty, how are the energies treating you? Okay. We are building a community here already. We can lean on one another, letting each other know how we're doing, treat each other like human beings and not like strangers on the screen.
Disclaimer not for everybody. In 7 days, this app will be under new management.
Hi, I don't know. I'm probably Lopez. How you doing? How you feeling? I didn't want to butcher your name there. Alright, that is resolved. we can get into it. Yeah. Cade? I don't know what that means. You're not doing all right. Okay. I hope you are having a blessed day. Alrighty, guys. So let's get live on TikTok. Honestly, I could just check it on the computer, so we can go live. If you would like to join us in tonight's game, you are more than welcome to. All you have to do is join our Discord server. Okay, that you're able to communicate with us. If you aren't able to get Discord and you still want to play, okay, just let me know down in the chat. Right, we'll figure something out for you if you are serious about strengthening your intuition and your spiritual discernment. Okay. Alrighty, TikTok is now joining us live. Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Hello. Ken, am I saying that right? Lenka? Am I saying that right, huh? And it's like that, you know? Y'all vibing with me, and that's cool. Oh, I say, yeah, because this screen here, this is YouTube and Twitch, right? So this angle you're seeing from this angle, you are on either YouTube or Twitch, right? If you're seeing from this angle over here, going this way, you're on TikTok, right? So we are going to play. If you want to join us, link is in bio for the Discord server, okay? Alrighty, so this is our Discord server. Pretty sure I've shown you guys before. Community resources. Have a blessed day, hon. Community resources, right? Our spiritual knowledge area, a lot in there. Okay. Um, our practical usage, right? Bye. And then we have our learn and play. Okay, so the learn and play is going to have our Among Us lobby sign up. So if you want to join us in a game, this is where you will tell me you want to join us, right? And then when we play, we will come into the Among Us voice chat right here, right in our talking on the phone section. All right. So since I don't see any new messages in here, I am just going to find a random lobby for us to just vibe in. Y'all gonna see how it's really honestly like easier like when you're in the game for me to coach you what's going on and how to trust yourself in this, right? Because you got to know the game as well, right? So if you're fast at putting puzzles together, right? If you like detective games, right? This is a game that will help you excel in your spirituality as well, okay? I tell y'all all the time, all right? the Matrix designs itself to hide little nuggets of information in a way that, not everybody would think that is something that could help you progress on your journey. Okay? Likes to hide a lot of it. Right? And sometimes it construes it like in a way like uh this one show really bugs me, right? Because it talks about soul passion, but it misinterprets it into ego, right? And it was like, those aren't the same thing. You're talking about two separate topics here. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about ego, do not give definitions about soul, like passion. Like, that is so weird. It truly bugs me because it's like that. Why are you telling them lies? But that's how it operates. So, all right. So usually when I got the filters on, I'm just gonna do the classic because we don't even gotta do all of that today. You know what I'm saying? Boop, boop. All right. Welcome in, guys. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. I do want to know. No, I think I'm gonna take this off today. I'm gonna take this off because usually they just don't have it. Like people in high a lot, or like most of the time you see more mediums than you see high. You know what I'm saying? And up here it says the high is 150 seconds between 210 seconds, right? Very high is up to 300 seconds. This is y'all really about to debate. You know what I'm saying? 300 seconds. Oh, we about to be in this meeting debating. Okay, like there is gonna be no room for error. We got the settings on the hardest settings possible. Okay, you are on a trust your intuition only basis type of game when it's 300 seconds. Understand? Because that right there tells me we need 300 seconds to discuss. That means all right, there's a lot of BS going on. What like my intuition is going to be the only way out of this because no one is telling the truth. Everybody that thinks they're telling their truth is being brainwashed by them. You know what I'm saying? So it gets very complicated in this game when you do get into the more expert modes. And this is why I present it in a way to strengthen your intuition and strengthen your spiritual discernment, because in these very difficult modes you will be, tasked with only trusting your gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? Tasked with only trusting the pieces and the puzzles that you've put together to pin somebody as the imposter. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels. You know what I'm saying? There's levels. If you've never played the game, I would, take you through the levels and like so you could see how the game works. And then as more, as you play, it gets easier. In the sense of how the game works, right? But it can still strengthen your intuition, strengthen your spiritual discernment, right? And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't moving out here like Jesus, then you still got work to do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be performing miracles. You know what I'm saying? To be out here talking about you ready to go to the Lord as like, you know what I'm saying? And people might not agree with me, and that's fine. But it's like at the end of the day, we can do the things that Jesus did, and humans are progressing in that way. But it's still like, have we seen somebody do the exact same thing yet? No, because that right there was a point in time to push the future generations in a certain direction. Okay. um will you see it in our lifetime? That's the hope. You know what I'm saying? That's the hope. We'll at least see more people using their gifts, just like how they did in biblical times. Okay. We say biblical times, just literally ancient history. Okay, like years ago. Because Bible dates back eons ago, and humans just think that because we just do this so many times. It was only a few thousand years ago, right? So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, you know. If you don't and you're new, you know what I'm saying, baby spiritualist, okay, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to guide you. If you have any questions, everything else is fine. If you have any questions, you know what I'm saying, please feel free to ask them in the chat. Especially if I'm talking fast and you like, wait a layer, what you even talk about right now? Okay, just tell me in the chat. I promise you, I will explain further if I need to explain further. Okay. Now let us see. Let us see. Y'all know I get to talking. 90 seconds. Let's try it. Let's see. 225. Short distance T. Okay, we love to see it. Why? Because if they got short distance, that means they gotta be up on you to get you. Okay, because long distance means we can be literally a room apart and that person just comes flying across the room. I might be exaggerating just a tad, but it does feel like that because how are you all the way up there? I'm all the way down here, and then you just slide across the room and get me. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So long distance is crazy to me. Short and medium are okay because short is sometimes hard for some people. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta really be getting up on these people and really be sitting there like, yeah, I knew it, man. I knew it. I didn't want to say it, but I knew it. I didn't want to speak it into existence, but but I knew it. Y'all know I don't like the imposter. They do it. Oh, there is no subject B. There's no visuals on, but someone's on this cameras, aren't they? Yeah. At this point, guys, I don't know where that person just went. Who will tell me? Almost misclicked. I almost misclicked. Oh my god. Guys, there's no visuals. There's no taskbar. I just faked that task so hard. Let's see if they call it though. See, no visual task. Brown might be safe. Oh no, maroon's definitely safe. I saw the animation. Maroon's definitely safe. Onto scan, right? Oh, where is I don't think I should speak. Alright, forget. Alright. And then who was that with us? Me, oh, and Brown was in mid two. I did trash some. Guys, I truly dislike imposter, but I gotta play the game. My imposter buddy didn't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? For me to sell this game right now. Yes, yeah, I was doing a bunch of stuff. I saw banana trash. I saw. Oh, I didn't get to vote. I was so. Did people leave? No, that many bodies did not drop. People had to leave. And confirm eject is off. Love to see it. until your crewmate, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Looks like Maroon did that task. Get stuck on the wall. Don't look sus. You know what I'm saying? Do we have wires? We do. Let's go ahead and call something. Dang, what'd you call? What's going on here? And close wires. What did you do? Come on. Why you going to do your task? No, just chilling over here. Oh, done? What's that? Hello? What? Okay, guys, what we gotta do? We gotta make a man. We gotta make a move. People are starting to group. Tasks are getting done. I'm faking tasks, but tasks are getting done. Teammate, where you at? Around. Oh. Around. Yo, looking for a body to drop apparently. No, because there's groups of 4, you know what I'm saying? Groups of 5. No, I'm playing. But there is a group of 4, like at this point. People are grouping so bad with 2 imposters. Do I have to download test? Yeah, you know what? Do my download test real quick. Call these lights. I'm down here. Oop, got caught. Almost, guys, almost. have no play here. Didn't think Cyan was coming in. The lights were basically almost fixed. So Cyan coming in from God knows where when everybody was basically grouping. So it was like everybody was literally with each. Where did you come from? Oh my god. It's fine. We were out that game anyway. That's so funny. Let me make sure because confirm eject on. Okay. All right. So let's see. Not at least 8. Okay, so let's see. We talked about why the voting time is needed. Okay, now let's see the roles. 1 of everything, Phantom, Ana, Viper, Chance, no shapeshifters. Engineer, 30-second cooldown. Gots to know that if you're not imposter and you are imposter. Okay. Why? Because it's knowledge is power, right? So the more knowledge you have of the game, the more you can do with it, right? I just don't like imposter rounds. Now, if I get in the mode to do imposter round, y'all know I be snapping for no good reason. But I don't enjoy the imposter round. I do try, but I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the crewmate part, you know what I'm saying? Maybe just that's on my soul level, my soul mission. Enjoy being part of the collective versus the powers of darkness and try to stand against us. Alright, so crewmate. Let's go. Boom. Scientist. Y'all like what scientists do. Boom. Now I can't wait. Get out of it because it only got a couple seconds. I think it might have like a few more. I didn't check this. I didn't put it to memory what the seconds were. Oh, hold on. Did y'all see that? Okay, there was a body little call in this corner over here. I was about to get out the thing so fast because what? Why did it? People speaking inappropriately. Wait, why? Wait, where was it again? I was going to Med Bay. I'm the detective. I was going to Med Bay. Why White House? Stop it. Wait, it was in electrical. Bro, we can't even do tasks. This is so fast. Chill, guys. Can we get some information? Yeah, next to elect. Okay. I was by Nav. Okay. Nothing's. This. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me pick this wapa. Hold on, y'all. All right. Should be good now. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. All right. Get one good game in, 10 second cool down. No, all right. It's full. All right. That's fine. Ski over this way. Okay, look, they got 9. They do not have 9. This needs to be full too. So why you lying? Crazy work. Y'all could get one more. Why does it keep lying to me? Y'all could get one more. Let's turn off the hard filters. Not player speed very high. Whoa. They got 10. Boom. In a game. 17 short. 45 second sock time. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, bunch of rolls. How many engineers? Two engineers. Oh, thank God the time stopped. 5-second cooldown and infinite time in the events. Engineer. Give me engineer. But what kind? Detective. Alright. What are the tasks? We touch G. Tasks come up over here. We do have the swipe with the card. Oh, somebody probably. Who was that? Oh, but they had pink on. Did they not? Pink on somewhere. I remember seeing pink. Just can't remember. Oh! Body. People got new accounts because they ain't played since 2020. Yeah, it'd be like that. Hallway elect. And hallway elect with the doors closed. Hallway. By elect. Reg. Anything Marone. Skip. Vote crewmates because they don't know what's happening. Voted crewmates. Oh, people ran past, but I saved some in just in case. Coral got gray. You were there on what? Are we talking about tan though? Alright. Coral is saying, is he trying to say, wait, are they saying that Coral is got gray? Like they found out gray? Y'all gotta push. If you know your intuition is spotty on. Where Gray at? Gotta find Gray. Did he just run down and what? It's okay, I'm looking for Gray. Oh, I gotta confirm. Click it. Where's Gray at? No, where is Gray though? Why is Gray standing right there? Gray, where the heck is Gray? Let's go down. Let's try this way. Playing with fire, guys. We're looking for somebody could and could possibly not be. They're gonna think I'm sus because I'm just running around, but that's fine. I'm looking for Gray, because where is Gray? I haven't seen them anywhere. Oh, what? I've been looking for Gray all over. Where is Gray? Gray? No, there's orange and green. Brown. Have you seen Brown much this round? Y'all seen Gray because I haven't seen Gray. That's suspicious. Gray. Gray. I've been looking for you all night. All around, I've been looking for you. Ooh, didn't I say Brown was sus? We haven't seen Brown either. But there's more than one imposter, guys. So to be honest, it's believable in a sense because it is infinite event time. So, they could have been at an event the entire game. I was looking for them and I was like, where's Gray? Gray's an event, chilling. Which is where I thought he was, to be honest. Because I was like, I can't find Gray. My next sus was Brown. Because I barely saw Brown. It felt weird too when he came in contact with us by comms. That's why I sussed him then, because it felt weird. I was like, something don't feel right about his energy. I think he imposed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, So when somebody else sussed him and were like, yeah, I saw Brown, do the do. I was like, makes sense. I believe you. Now, where have you been at? I've been looking for you, gang. Gray got for it. They were the engineer. Oh. But that's the kind of things I'll be talking about when you strengthen your intuition, strengthen your spiritual discernment, right? Literally, me and Brown, literally, all we did is our characters crossed paths on the screen, and I got the feeling like, oh, wait, where has Brown been? Like, that was my intuition going, wait a second, Brown, I haven't seen you either. I've been looking for Gray, but where have you been? Because I've seen almost everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Orange has been moving a tad bit weird, but another more advanced technique in this game, you can use alchemy to conceal your energy. So, like, if you are more advanced in, that kind of thing, when we're playing this game where Brown was not, it was easy for me to come in contact with his energy and know he was imposter, right? Because he didn't conceal his energy from me, right? So that being able to be like, oh, hi, hello, what's your energy doing over there? You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? To when you come like in that vicinity with other people's energy, you should be able to feel what their energy is giving off, right? But when you master alchemy, you can learn how to conceal your presence, conceal your energy, right? So that people cannot get that feeling off of you, right? So that is going to be like very with the 300 seconds type of games, actually. Like, that's the 300 we in the chat debating, because at this point people are using their alchemy to conceal their presence, conceal their energy, so that we cannot figure out if they are imposter or not that way. And we're going to have to use our spiritual discernment more, use our context clues more, right? Put the puzzle pieces together more, right? Because we gonna have to catch slip ups more, right? Because that's using your spiritual discernment. You're finding anything that is out of alignment, right? So anything that's in misalignment, you're looking for that. That's what you're using your spiritual discernment for, right? So when your crown cannot do what you know what I'm saying, because the concealment of energy, right? And the more powerful you get, the more practice, trained, strengthened you get in alchemization, right? Right, the concealment doesn't mean anything, but that also depends on how you know what I'm saying. So it also depends on what level everybody is on when they're playing, because concealment can be really good for the game, or it could be nothing against master alchemist. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends. But really, I feel like we really. Am I gonna BS this game? I don't know if visual tasks are on though, so maybe I shouldn't. How your girl went around faking tasks and still got caught? I don't even know. Oh, red is chilling. Okay. All right. Oh, bye. Anywho, that's basically what that occurrence there with Brown. That is what I'm trying to teach you in this game, right? To trust your intuition here, because y'all know I was looking for Gray the whole game, because somebody had said something about Gray, so I was going to look into it as the detective, right? This said pink in Elec. Well, guess we are BSing this game because my imposter buddies got caught already. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're just gonna have to go. I might just make a sloppy getaway, phantom getaway, just because, just because you know got people in the chat calling you a noob, but you're like, I did that on purpose. Like, don't get it twisted. There's a difference between calculated failure and just outward recklessness. Okay. Yes, we all voted you because it would look sus if everybody skipped. And I can't even do card swipe because everybody. Do we have download? Yes. Maybe I should go a little bit. Someone saw me trying to get the placement just right. It'd be raps. I keep getting stuck on the wall. I swear, if you got caught, I'm just gonna give up, guys. I'm not doing nothing over here. Oh, how many have Come on, Risa. It's maroon. It's either white or lime. I wasn't stalking. Because with one person is sus. Maroon? Huh. I wonder who the imposters are. White did come from that way, they said. I think I'm gonna go with maroon. Yeah, it just felt right. Y'all know, I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? The best liars convince themselves that the lie is the truth. Anywho, just so you know why narcissists are the way they are. They convince themselves that the lie is the truth. Spinning knowledge today for you. I want to turn invisible, but I gotta make sure nobody sees me. Oh, it wasn't meant to be. Never mind. Anywho, guys, lovely night. So really, that's why I really wanted was one good game to show you guys what I was talking about when it comes to using your spiritual discernment and using your intuition in this game, right? Specifically being consciously aware in a game, consciously aware of energy, consciously aware of behaviors, patterns, right? Figuring out those puzzles, okay, doing what your brains do best, especially if you got a neurodivergent brain, right? So this definitely is going to help you a lot if you are looking for something to strengthen, or if you just want to use your abilities in a fun way. You know what I'm saying? This is that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I want us to be getting in the habit of actively using our gifts all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you are not actively using your gifts, then this is definitely something you could get into so that you can actively use your gifts all the time. It doesn't just have to be through the divine tools, right? Through your innate abilities, right? It can, you can strengthen it through these type of things. You're not outsourcing, right? Because you are just playing with other energies. You guys are interacting with one another, right? To learn how to use your abilities with one another, okay? As one, okay? Because we are one at the end of the day, right? So that is why it's not outsourcing. We're just using it as a tool for our strengthening, okay? Because we can have fun on our journey, you know what I'm saying? All right, we, yes, love, sunshine, rainbow, sure. We also know that there's dark, cloudy, stormy days, okay? So it's not always rainbow and sunshines, but okay, even in spiritual warfare times, it doesn't mean that we cannot enjoy ourselves on this planet. It doesn't mean that we cannot learn new ways to interact with one another, to use our abilities with one another, okay, to strengthen each other's abilities so that when the time comes, okay, because we will have to get in the physical sense, in the physical change on this planet, we will have to get into that, right? Eventually, it will call for us to be using our abilities on the front lines, okay, not just in the spiritual realm. All right, got need y'all to understand. It's not just in the spiritual realm. We divine soldiers, we spiritual warriors, okay, witches, warlocks, right, astrologists, light workers, star seeds, right? Everybody in the spiritual realm of things, in the ethers, has a part to play with this, that came down on this planet to be reincarnated, knew in their soul contract they weren't just only gonna have to do the spiritual work, but they were also gonna have to do the physical work. Okay, so we not just doing spiritual work around here, we also doing physical work, guys. Okay, so we're doing this because right now, it's like, we can hee hee ha ha because we are fighting against these evil powers in the spiritual, and then we are seeing it progress into the physical as well. Okay. But we are allowed to enjoy ourselves, right? We are allowed to strengthen our gifts together so that nobody feels like they aren't prepared for when the moment when we have to take the battle. And I'm not saying like in an aggressive physical way. I'm just saying the change that we have to bring on this planet will be in a physical format. Okay, like we could talk about world peace all day, every day, and we can send the energy out there, so that the planet's energy is in that harmonious, loving energy. However, if we do not reshape the world, the physical world that we are all actively creating with one another to also emanate that energy, then it's not, you know what I'm saying, it's really just doing a whole lot of nothing for nothing, you know what I'm saying. And not just nothing for nothing, but it is besides the point, right? It is not the full picture, right? That's like one sub little, that like the point is that not just the planet changing spiritually, energetically, but the planet also shifting physically as well. War, famine, this anger, this hatred, this depression, this anxiety the fear that runs the planet in the 3D realm, right? Being shifted, not just energetically, but physically as well. Okay, peace has to take form in physical shape for us to have won this war. Okay, that's the only way. If it, you know what I'm saying, we doing all this energetic work, and it's not for naught, but we have to do the physical work as well. Okay, alrighty, guys. We just have to, right? The world is not gonna change if we sit in our houses and we sit in our spaces, right? And we just kumbaya in the ethers, okay? Nothing physically is gonna take place unless we, as divine light workers, also put in the work physically, okay? We have to lead this change. That's why we were reincarnated here. Incarnated, doesn't matter how many lifetimes you've been here, or if this is your first lifetime because you're a special visitor from the ethers. All right. So just remember that the physical work, we are guiding into that. You know what I'm saying? We are getting to the point in this spiritual warfare that we can't just do it energetically anymore, right? Um, it's gonna be very interesting. I think we can have a lot of fun. Okay, toppling an ancient evil sound like fun to me. Okay, not about y'all, but that sound like what I signed up for. Because it just got that spark, that extra little screw, right? So there, and this it's a spiritual warrior in me that when you say we are battling an ancient evil, I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have to guide so many souls who are going to be in a position of rude awakenings, right? They're going to be in this state of fear because they don't know what's going on, especially when the full Epstein files do get released by the grace of the good Lord, because that's the only way they do get released. Amen. Alrighty, ashe. So, with that being said, right, this energy that we are bringing in, okay, we have to get me back to where I was saying that. With this energy, with us guiding them through this, okay, we have to guide them in love, justice, and peace, right? We have to show them how they are supposed to be responding in this time, not reacting in this time, right? Because without the light workers guidance, you know what I'm saying, the workers of inequity, ancient evil win, okay? And that don't sound like a plan to me. That sounds like just nothing fun. Taking them down, however, now that's a lot of fun. Right? Get to save humanity in the process together, right? We signed up for this, you know what I'm saying? Whether God asked you personally or whether God assigned you to the mission, okay? Um, why ever your soul chose to be here on this planet at this time was because your soul knew it could handle it, right? Your ancestors knew you could handle it, right? Your spirit guides knew you could handle it. They knew you could handle a revolution, right? Because everybody that's on this planet right now is capable of handling a revolution, a worldwide revolution. I'm not talking about the revolutions that we've seen in history. I'm talking about worldwide. This is every country, okay, state, providence, okay, republic, doesn't matter what you call it. You know what I'm saying? Every piece of land on this planet that has some type of a ruler, right? Some type of government, right? They are into some shisty things, right? They are into some things that humanity really would think was a sick joke, okay? Was a very like, stop playing. That's never, like, that would never happen. You know what I'm saying? They would seriously look at that and be like, nah, that's fake. That's fake news. You know what I'm saying? Because of how horrific it truly is. Because that's why I'm saying we need to guide them through that, because for many of them it's really gonna be rude. It's gonna be one of those awakenings that's gonna have you questioning your entire existence. That's why it's rude. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes out of nowhere, right? You thinking everything handy dandy. You thinking you going through the matrix, going through the motions, going through life, and everything's handy dandy. And then you get a piece of information, and the good Lord is like, "So why have you been allowing this to go on so long down there? I need you to fight back." And now you like, "Good Lord, what is that? Mm-mm, this is not going on." And we all looking at you like, "Baby, it's been going on. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to tell you this, because we've been trying to tell you, and it just sounds like a bunch of conspiracies when the government just be like, "Nah, we don't be doing that." Great, great. The people that lie to us all the time, they're just gonna believe them again, again, again. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels, because it's like we keep telling y'all that stuff is a lot deeper than you really truly understand. Okay, and the things that they're doing out here, it's not for the faint of heart. And it's going to upset a lot of people. Okay, and you need to stay grounded in your energy, right? Do not let this chaos, turbulence your balance. Okay, keep your chakra centers aligned, right? Do your prayers, your meditations, your smoke cleanses. Stay up on your spiritual protection. Stay up on your spiritual divinityness, okay? So that you can fight back, right? So you can help others also fight back from these workers of inequity and these evildoers, right? Might sound like a lot of hoopla to some of y'all. Some of y'all are in the know. Some of y'all are like, I don't know what sis is talking about. But you will. You will know. Okay. There is no way that you're not going to know, because every light worker right now, every person that is a part of the ethers right now and are doing the physical work and the energetic work right now, we're bringing in every single piece of information that has been hidden from the collective to the light. Every single piece. Not a single piece gets to go unchecked, right? Because all of it has to be brought to the light, because you can't deal with the fire inside the house if you don't even know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deal with the things that are inside your closet if you never open the closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deal with those things if you never talk about them. You know what I'm saying? If you never know about them, if you never ever see or hear anything about them, you know what I'm saying? You can't. The collective cannot heal. The collective cannot move on and progress, because there's still so much baggage as a whole that we are carrying, right? So we have to let that go. But the only way we can let it go is if we are in knowing about it, right? Because you have to be aware of it, all right, to be able to let it go. You know what I'm saying? If you're not aware of it, you don't know what's going on, and you truly believe a lying government to tell you the truth, well, you walked right into that one. I don't know what to tell you. like I genuinely do not know what to tell you, okay? Because like you walked into that one, all right? Because like you believing a government that genuinely lies on daily average, okay? Like you're not gonna sit here and tell me that's not sheep behavior, okay? That's really weird for you to not be using your critical thinking, okay? Your spiritual discernment, your intuition. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very weird that you are taking for their word of mouth barely with a grain of salt. If anything, it's like the tiniest little lick of salt. You probably just dabbed a finger and licked it and been like, I'm still gonna believe it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, like when they say take things with a grain of salt, when it comes to the government, take things with a handful of salt. At that point, you know what I'm saying? Take it with a handful of salt, because it ain't is that much. That is going. That's how much they lying on you. Okay, that's how much they sit in your face and play all day. Okay, they will sit there and act like it's a joke while you sit here and be like, well, the government said that aliens weren't real. The government several years, like, decades later, so remember when we said aliens weren't real? Yeah, we lied. And you're like, well, they didn't officially come out saying that, right? And it's like, well, let me tell you this. Why would they? Why would they? If they already told you that they didn't, that there was no other extraterrestrial life, and that they've been lying this whole time, why would they tell you, publicly, and be like, all right, let's put this breaking news: aliens exist. You know what I'm saying? Why would they do that? Y'all not. Y'all gotta think about it in the terms of how a mass manipulator, how it like it would do it, and it's you gotta like flip a like a okay, this person would actually think in this way. This is how evil they would actually think. I don't like thinking this evil, but you have to know your enemy. If you do not know the people you are up against, then you are gonna gravely underestimate them, right? So that's what it is with the government. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to think about it in the way that they're thinking about it because I know how to navigate and then I know how to stop them. If you haven't read the uh actually I can show you. I'll show you right now. Boss Up playlist.
Chapter 1.
200 over 200 books for y'all to go and read on my YouTube playlist. Okay, I put it together specifically for the collective so they can grow, learn, and evolve. Alright, a lot of different books in here. Alright, you're gonna learn a lot. Okay, you're gonna learn a lot. Take it slow, take it one book at a time. Don't try to rush through it. It's a journey, not a race. Okay. All right. So, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Okay, entire unbridged audio book. Right, it's like an hour and 13 minutes long. But The Art of War is a really good book. Right, as a spiritual warrior, most of my most of like that kind of thing is innate, right? Like it's just my instincts, you know what I'm saying? To think like them, to try to maneuver around them. It is literally just instincts at that point. But if you don't have those kind of instincts, right, then The Art of War by Sun Tzu is going to be a good book for you for the spiritual warfare. Okay, it's gonna be a good book for you, right? Because you're gonna learn things that are gonna help you in the spiritual warfare. Okay, alrighty. Um, Genuinely, we might read it together. We'll see when, but we are going. I try to get through as many books as I can with you guys, but as you see, they're all like over 40 minutes long, and I talk too much for us to get through like even 10 minutes through an hour live. Okay, so you don't gotta tell me I talk too much. I know, and it's because I'm passionate and I'm allowed to be loud about it. And what? And what? Okay. Y'all think I'm not serious. That's an affirmation on my mirror. On God. Why? Because I've had people literally try to come for my gift of voice. Right? So, no. Right, so people trying to make me minimize myself, and baby, nope, we ain't doing none of that. Ain't doing none of that. So last time we read As a Man Thinketh. So if we finished this book together, so if you haven't read As a Man Thinketh, remember it means As a Human Thinketh. It's just that 1903, who was their target audience? The males. Okay, so therefore that's why it's called As a Man Thinketh. But if humanity wasn't being terrible to each other at the time, it would have been called As a Human Thinketh. Okay, alright, just letting y'all know a little history. Okay, if humanity got its stuff together, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be here now. But since we are here now, we gonna have to get it together now before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going down that route. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the route we're going. So there's no real reason to talk about it because it's not gonna happen. Right? That the other route is not happening. The only route that's happening is world peace. Right? That's the only route that's happening. And y'all like, what you mean? We speaking it into existence. We speak what? Love, justice, and peace. So what? What are we speaking into existence? The only timeline that will occur on this planet from now and into the future is the world peace timeline. Every other timeline that is not that timeline is blocked from making an entrance into the world peace timeline. Okay? Where everybody gets to live their destinies, their heavenly ever afters on this earth, live their lessons, okay, do what they got to do to grow, learn, and evolve so that they can become one with pure energy again. Amen. All right, so that's the lesson for today, the talk for today. I will see you guys Monday. Remember, we do not go live on Saturday anymore, but we do go live on Monday. Okay, so I will see you guys Monday for our Soul Tribe meeting. And we just gonna be vibing. If you do join our TikTok subscriptions, okay, you do get a reading every week. Okay, it's a one monthly payment, of literally $2.69, right? Monthly payment, and you get a free 5 card reading every week. Okay, so that instead of $40, you literally paid $2.69. That's a steal if I ever heard it. Okay, you told me I went from paying $40 to $2, and baby, how fast? Okay, all right, y'all know a good deal when you see one. Okay, y'all know I like to barter. I like to bargain. I like to put sales out. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I truly want to use my gifts, but we have to do it the appropriate and the proper way when it comes to tarot, guys. So that's why all of that's like that. Okay, so trust me, if you have more questions, you may always DM me. My door is always open for questions, comments, concerns. Okay, regarding anything that we talk about or anything that you want to know about your journey, questions you have about your spiritual journey. Okay, I'm here to guide you guys, help you guys along this journey. Okay, so sending you all my love. All right, I'll see you guys next week, and I really do hope you guys have a blessed night. Okay. Amen. I'll see ya.